Coach, as I was on the way up here, I got to thinking 22 years as a head coach. What keeps you coming back and doing it again for another year?
Well, there's a lot of things. I think, first of all, I think anybody that coaches that long enjoys working with young people, or else you're doing it for the wrong reason. But I think that a lot of the coaches are ex-athletes, and it's your way to get your competition fix too. But I've just been lucky enough to work, and I enjoy the coaching staff, and that camaraderie. All those things. It's fun. It's just fun. So some years are more fun than others. We're hoping for a really fun one this year.
What do you take from last year that you use as a motivation or a positive coming into this new year?
We didn't graduate very many. I think we had 6 graduates off the team. Return a lot of starters, including a huge group of seniors. Probably, I was looking back to see if they were the largest group. They might be the largest senior class we've ever had. So we're sitting right now at 16, maybe 17 seniors, and you could probably remember back a few years ago when we had a really, really good season with the Joey Claypool and that group, 14 on that team. So usually a large group of seniors equates to a certain amount of success. I'm not suggesting that is what is in store, but you can't replace a little bit of experience like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think and you look at any program with that many seniors, it generally does because they've been in your program and dedicated themselves for so long.
And there's a big difference. Teams that have to play younger kids, I mean, you've got 14, 15-year-olds going up against grown men. And so it's nice to have a big group of grown men on the team, and we do.
All right, Coach, forecast a little bit. I know we'll talk throughout the year as this season progresses, but kind of what do you see in this team as you get ready for the scrimmage Friday and your opener next week?
Yeah, I think you can forecast this season being a success, a competitive team. We've got some talent, as you got to have that. And as we just talked about with the experience, I've got a lot of guys that aren't not going to, be intimidated by anything that would happen up there on the field. Going into the scrimmage this year is kind of unique for us because we've got a lot of seniors that we kind of know what they can do. So we're going to probably approach this scrimmage a little bit differently and use it more as a gauge of the guys that are backing them up and give them some quality reps and give them an idea what a varsity player is like. Now, Franklin County is a new team. We don't know what to think of them. We know they've got a tradition there and they're a bigger class than us, but we may not play a couple guys on Friday night just because I don't need to see what they can do. I know what they can do. I don't need to get them hurt or risk that injury, in a meaningless setting. So
it is an opportunity in a lot of respects to just get some of those younger kids in there so you kind of know what you can do the next week if possible.
Yeah, get them on film so that we can walk in on Saturday morning and say, here you go. But by no means do we approach it like we've got to win, we got to tally these touchdowns and make sure we're ahead at the end. We're not looking at it that way. It's good. We've and it's not anybody's fault on this, but we've been playing conference opponent the last probably 15 years, and we wanted to get out of that arrangement just because it didn't really serve a purpose there to be playing a conference team. So Franklin County will be a good tune-up.
All right, before I let you go, and again, as we progress throughout the season, we'll kind of go in more in depth. But let me ask you from your standpoint, when you look at the TEC this year, a lot of balance. I mean, I kind of look at all these teams, and if everything plays out, at least on paper, it looks like there's going to be 4 or 5 teams right there at the very end.
Well, I think when you talk about the TEC this year, you're always going to have to bring up Centerville and Hagerstown. They're the traditional teams you got to beat. Hagerstown's coming off a great year. Centerville had a good year, a much better year than they've had. They all have quality people coming back. I think Union County could be a little bit of a sleeper there. I think that they've got quite a bit of talent and a lot of athletes on that team. those are the three teams that we look at as being the front runners.